Okay, now if you're interested in studying a little bit of Japanese, um, is Dono higher than Sama? Now here is my answer without looking at the answer. Okay, I believe that Dono is when a noble person of a similar ranking, you know, addresses somebody who he believes to be higher ranking, but in a respectful way. If you know what I'm saying. So it's kind of hard to describe, but I don't think Dono is higher than Sama. As in, Sama is like a peasant calling a prince. She's like Kaname sama. It sounds to me like she comes from a peasant. The point of view of a peasant, and she's saying sama as if he is way higher than her. But Dono is more of a respectful thing. It's like the gap between this person and and the other person is narrower, if you know what I'm saying. Like Dono is like, um in Ginga Densetsu Weed, Toube addressed Hougen as Dono compared to the others. Like the others, they always say Hougen sama, all the other generals. Yeah, everyone else called him Hougen sama, but Tobe, called him Dono. Why? Because Tobe was a heavyweight champion. He was a Tosa dog, and he believed that his ranking was higher than the rest of them. But he respected Hougen. That's why he called him Dono. Okay. But there are other people call him who call each other Donalds or something. It's like Donald, it means I respect you, but your ranking is not much higher than mine, if you know what I'm saying. So we'll see what this person says, okay? This term lies below Sama in level of respect. This title is not commonly used in daily conversation, but it is still used in some types of written business correspondence, as well as on certificates and awards and in tea ceremonies. Okay, so Donald is formal, it's like a formal way of addressing somebody. But in modern in modern Japanese culture, obviously, Kiyoshi, he kept telling me, "Don't call me Sama." Sama is really important, and I think they're just scared of being addressed as Sama. And Dono makes you really old fashioned, Yeah, maybe in Kendo, people might they might go traditionalist, and then they be like, okay, dot 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 Dono, dot 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 Dono, and then we are gonna start we're gonna do like a traditional Kendo duel, and then that can be explained. But Sama is like, from my perspective, like based on what I've watched in the anime, Sama seems to be like it's sort of like, oh, I'm really in love with you, like Juvia, in Fairy Tale. Juvia kept following Gray around, and he said, she said, Gray Sama, Gray Sama. He calls her, she calls him Sama, um, as a form of obsession. Oh, you're way higher than me. I'm more than willing to do anything for you, and that is why you are my Sama. You're my lord or something. That I believe some modern Japanese people, they do role play or something. They are gonna call each other Sama or whatever you like. I can understand. But Dono is really old fashioned. But to be honest, like if I speak in Japanese, I probably would call them Donos. I'll be like I go there and do kendo, and then I'd be talking to the other side, and I say dot 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 Dono. Yeah, we gotta we gotta we gotta bow to each other, and let's get down to fighting. And then that's probably what I'm gonna say. I think to be honest, I can't speak proper Japanese yet. But to be honest, I can understand it. Like I can listen and understand. And I don't think I'm wrong about it. Like I don't think I'm wrong about, at least most of the stuff that I said about Japanese, about what I've been watching. So yeah, I can tell you, like I've gotten no formal lesson in Japanese. I did not read a textbook or anything. Like to be honest, I think I love this learning style, immersion. Okay, I can't even read lips. Sometimes I be mixing up certain pronunciations, but I'm telling you, I'm getting really close. Right? I could probably start speaking Japanese as well, even though I'll have a very strong accent. But I've learned to read Japanese to a lesser extent, but I'm more of a listener, so I can listen to Japanese without relying on subtitles, and I can gauge what the people mean and what the people are saying. Don't even tell me that I'm wrong because I know I am not. I can even interpret the Japanese and say, look, the captions say this, but I believe that these other expressions can also apply as well. You know, yeah, these other expressions can be applied as well. You know, I think it's fun. You know, I believe it's fun, like experimenting on how my immersion learning really works in real life. It does work in real life, you know, and I do pay the price. Okay, I know the price that I be paying. Okay, I don't know how, like I'm gonna test my limits in a way. It's like how long are you gonna regenerate from this? You know,